Hi there, my name is Andrew Harrison, and I'm the professor of saxophone at Sonoma State University. And today I'm going to be talking about the 2025 California All-State Etude for Baritone Saxophone, which is entitled Undercurrent by Newell Long. I have a full recording of the excerpts at the end of this video, so make sure to stay tuned and check that out. But these are my sort of tips and tricks for learning this piece. At the very beginning, this is sort of an introduction section, so you don't have to be super literal. It needs to be a little bit bigger, a little bit bombastic. So we want this initial entry to kind of establish your big, full sound. And then you go into the more lyrical theme. This piece is a theme in variations, which means you have a singular theme that changes over the course of the piece. So every variation that you do still has that melody intact somewhere, but it may be changing the rhythms, it might change the key signature, it might change the speed, all kinds of things can change. So when you're playing the variations, you have to make sure that the audience can still feel that initial theme that you're beginning with. So make sure this is very clear. I like to use vibrato. If that's not something you use, that's okay. But we need this to be very connected and very lyrical. So imagine playing it like you would sing it. So very connected, very smooth. When you get to the first variation, we want to, again, maintain that theme, but we're changing rhythms, obviously, and we're changing style. So now we're going from this really lyrical, smooth melody to something that's more staccato. Staccato means separated, so we want some space between the notes. So see how I'm making my staccato notes relatively short so I can get a little bit of silence in between those notes. So make sure you're changing that style in variation 1. In variation 2, again, you're changing the rhythm. It has, I wouldn't call it a swing feel, but it has that dotted 8th to 16th rhythm that's really important. That's where the melody is, along with some of the staccato triplets. So the hard part is going to be making sure that the 16ths are short enough. Don't make them sound like triplets, because that's going to get you into trouble. Make sure the 8th notes are nice and broad, and then make sure that your triplets are very staccato and pointed. And then finally, when we get to the last section, which is the lively section, there's not too much to say here. This is just your technique, you showing off here. The dynamics aren't changing that much. The only thing, when I'm practicing that, the sextuplet and the septuplet, the group of 6 and the group of 7, I like to subdivide those things so that I can practice it with the metronome. So the 6, I'm going to divide into 2 groups of 3. Triplet, 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 triplet. And then the 7, I'm going to divide into a 3 plus 4. So together it feels like triplet, 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 1 eanda, triplet, 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 1 eanda. So that way I can practice it slowly with the metronome, and then I'll blur the rhythm as I get faster with it. So it doesn't sound like I'm doing triplet, triplet, triplet 4 when I actually play it fast, because it's more blurred when I play it fast. But that's why I practice it, so I get all the right notes. But otherwise, this is pretty straightforward. Practice it slowly. My rules are never play faster than I can play it perfectly, and then I'll slowly start to speed it up from there. So don't rush in your preparation for this. If you do that, your fingers are always going to make mistakes. Please stay tuned for the full run-throughs of this piece. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe and share it with your friends.